What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Tesla pre-show is scheduled to start here in a little over a minute, so we're going to see if that starts on time. If any of you are having trouble hearing me or the video isn't looking right, please let me know and I'll do my best to get those things resolved as quickly as I can. Peter, how's it going, man? I am going to be live commentating, kind of giving my thoughts of the Tesla Model Y release here. So, feel free to jump in the conversation. I'll be answering questions, giving my thoughts. So, should be an interesting evening. The hype for this event has been huge. Probably the most hyped car of all time, maybe even more so than the Model 3. This event is going to be nuts. So, my expectations, I think it's going to be mostly what we've seen before in the Model 3. It's basically just going to be a bigger Model 3. I'm hoping they are going to add some kind of dashboard display, because I think that's very useful, especially in something with like an SUV. Probably see some other features as well. Maybe individual motors in each wheel, so you can have like 4x4 wheel drive. Maybe something like that, but we'll definitely see here. LL Shoot, why doesn't Tesla stream officially on YouTube? That's a great question. I'm guessing they just host it locally on their site, and that's best for them, because, the more people they can get to their site, the better, because they're going to click around maybe outside of the live stream, check out their other cars, and, once they're done with the event, people can click off of the live stream and go straight to either pre-ordering or ordering a Model Y. I'm not sure if they're going to go with the pre-order system like they did in the Model 3, but I'm guessing just because their production has been ramped up so much, the rumor is that they're going to be building this Model Y on the same platform as the Model 3. They are going to have that production streamlined pretty well, so I doubt they're going to do a similar reservation system to the Model 3, but that is all speculation at this point, so we'll see. Alexander Cherry, definitely 4-motor config would definitely push in the Model X pricing for sure. And I think with that, similar to the Model 3, we've got a performance model that is up in the 60K range, 60, 70K range, almost pushing Model S territory. So that may be a performance type upgrade to an SUV vehicle like this. Good point, though, for sure. Yeah, I was on Twitter earlier, and I saw one of the questions I was asked was what colors might be available for this, and I'm thinking they're going to stick with the similar color options that we've seen in the Model 3. I think there's no reason that Tesla would add extra paint bays to make other colors like yellow or orange or some other kind of color that SUVs might want. So, any news on the Model S or X from Peter? That's a good question. We really haven't heard a lot about those vehicles since they've done some upgrades recently, but I'm hoping maybe they might tease the new Autopilot 3 with full self-driving. I'd love to see a demo of that. They've kind of announced those features with the Model 3 with the ability to navigate in city streets and read traffic lights and stuff like that. If they could demo that today, I think that would be really cool to see. Kalasi Minot, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. What about the price? According to an Elon tweet a few days ago, I believe, he said it's going to be about 10% larger and 10% more expensive than the existing Model 3. So that puts it in around the $40,000 to $45,000 range for the base model. And like I said, with options, who knows how high that could get. Being an SUV would be very interesting. Yeah, Lambo yellow Model Y would be really cool for sure. It almost looked like that. Didn't Lamborghini come out with the Urus, I believe, in like a yellowish color? Looks pretty dope. So I think that'd look cool on a Model Y as well. Really do appreciate all the comments, guys. Was not expecting this kind of turnout for this. So if you hear anything else or want to know anything else, definitely leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer it. By no means an expert here at all, just something I really enjoy doing and have a big interest in. So thanks for everybody that is watching right now. About 10 minutes left. It's getting close. They said they were going to do some kind of pre-show, but I'm not really seeing anything like that. Even I've double-checked their site, and it doesn't look like they're doing anything, but that's still pretty... Who knows? They might start it late here. I'm sure trying to usher everyone into the event venue after eating hors d'oeuvres and drinking a little bit. They might be a little slow doing that. Michael Westlake, I'm going to stream the whole event and add commentary as well. So I'll do my best to kind of let Elon do his thing and make all the announcements. But if there's any kind of pause or people are asking questions, then I'll try my best to answer those. So. Yeah, very similar in shape to the X, I would agree. Did you guys see the teaser video on Twitter earlier? They the room was all dark and then they lit it up and the car's just covered like in a black cloth so you can't even see anything. It's basically just the body of the car. Yeah, Autopilot 3. That would be very cool to see some information here. And yeah, definitely surprise truck reveal. That'd be awesome too, for sure. I think Rivian definitely needs some competition there. So truck reveal would be cool. What do you think of the shape of the X? I've never been a fan. I like the S better. Yeah, I think as a general car, I don't think the X looks like a regular car, but I think being Tesla, I think that's kind of the point. They kind of take a very futuristic spaceship kind of look to cars, but that's just kind of their style. So I'm a fan, but it might not appeal to everybody out there. So. Eric Larkey, Model S and X refresh. I kind of doubt it. From what I've read about Tesla, the way they don't really refresh their models, if you've noticed, like as soon as they see a feature and see that needs to be improved or updated, they do that directly on the production line. That's why they don't really have model year cars. If you go and look at used cars, you've got like as soon as it hits like May 2016, that's when they start adding Autopilot 2.0. So like they don't really do model years. They are continuing to iterate on those cars and make them better. So Truck teaser might happen. I think a full reveal would shadow the why, though, honestly, from Alexander. Yeah, I think we kind of saw something similar happen at the Semi event, remember? I mean, that whole event was to release Tesla Semi, and then as soon as they wheeled that Roadster around, everything changed, and that's all what the headlines were about. I mean, that's all anybody talked about for the next month, so... Yeah, appreciate all the comments, guys. Keep going nuts. Nick Hilton, definitely go grab some ice cream, man. You deserve it. Yeah, Peter, I think you're right. Should I go get changed? I'm just wearing a t-shirt right now. For sure. Yeah, I'm in Eastern time right now. I got work tomorrow at 6:30, so but we're locked in for the long haul here. So from an unknown commenter, what is your favorite model so far? Honestly, I don't own a Tesla right now, but I'm looking at getting a Model 3. That's my favorite model right now, and I think it's because I think Tesla is putting a lot of its manpower and its best features into the Model 3 right now. It's definitely the forefront of their business right now. I mean, with the release of that vehicle, the Model S and X have dropped. Like, people haven't been ordering those as much. So I think they're definitely they're all in on the Model 3 right now. What do I think about electric cars in general? I think they're definitely the future. I mean, I've driven a couple electric cars. Kind of my goal on YouTube this year was covering electric cars more often because it's something I really enjoy doing and making videos about. So uh, check out my videos if you kind of want to see what I've been doing with that. But they're definitely the future. I mean, they're incredible. I mean, you've got no maintenance. Your cost of driving is incredibly less than a gas vehicle. You've got fewer moving parts. I mean, they're just incredible. Saw an Ohio viewer there. Awesome. I'm in Ohio right now as well. Matthew Berenston worked on the Y out here. You'll really love this dynamic. Okay. Not sure if that's a real Tesla employee, but that'd be cool. Jordan Nate Shen, thanks for mirroring this live stream and commentating. No problem, man. Just trying to give my thoughts and give my reaction here more than anything because I'm a huge Tesla fan and really want to see what they're gonna release here. So coming up on it though, 2.5 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with the pre-show, Bob Bostwick. I think they might have scrapped that, or they're going to start it really late. So shout out here in the Philippines. Holy cow, man! Thanks for tuning in. I don't know what the hell time it is there, but thanks for tuning in. Good morning from India. It's 8:26 a.m. Awesome. Really appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in. Peter Erickson, Volt was my EV introduction car. Yeah, they've completely scrapped those now. So I just test drove a Bolt the other day. That was pretty nice. Definitely good entry level EV. If you're interested in the technology, definitely go test drive one. Mercedes EQC. I haven't done a lot of research on that, William, but I'll definitely have to check that out after in the next coming days here. Made to Speed. If you like electric cars, a new company, Mullen USA on Instagram, Tesla competition. I'll have to check those out as well, for sure. My site doesn't show a countdown. What is this? I think you had to actually register for this live stream, so if you haven't registered, then it might not be showing the countdown. Hello from Kazakhstan. It's 8 a.m. here. Welcome, Almat. Hope they really grow out V3 supercharging station to improve cross-country travel times, for sure. I just did a video about V3 supercharging, and it's definitely gonna, I mean, that's the biggest problem with gas cars right now is the charging. So, for sure. Do you think Mike Hunt will present anything tonight or just Elon? I really don't know about that. I mean, it's kind of what Tesla decides to do. All right, we're starting. Hold tight, the show is about to begin. Tasmania, Australia, 2 p.m. there. Nice. Thanks for tuning in, man. Or woman. Yep, my timer just stopped, said the show is about to begin. So, we'll see what happens here. Model S needs a redesign, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure what else they would do to the Model S, but yeah, I think a redesign would look cool. Milan Poots, Netherlands, 4 a.m. Awesome, man. Thanks for tuning in. You're up early. Malaysia here, 11 a.m. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody else is tuned into Tesla events. I'm not sure if this has happened before. Last event I watched was the semi event, and I turned in late to that, so... I'm going to try refreshing this. Nothing going on here. That's fun. See if it's showing up on Tesla's sites. Nope, still showing notify me. Anybody else seeing the event anywhere? I'm trying to pull it up here, but it's not working. Let me look on my phone, see if it's starting. Yeah, I'm getting the same alert on my phone here. Hold tight, the show is about to begin. So I don't think it's started anywhere yet. We're running about 3 minutes late. Appreciate all the new subscribers here. Getting a couple email notifications, so appreciate the subscriptions. Yeah, if you look down in the description, I've got the link to the official Tesla live stream if you guys are trying to load it there as well. I think you do need to register for that, so check that out if you're trying to catch it as soon as it starts. I'll probably be about a minute or two delayed here. Hello from Syria. It's 5 a.m. here. Welcome, Bank and Aloe. Zach Massey, thanks for the subscription, man. Alex Omelas, I'm gonna do my best to stay quiet when they're actually announcing things, but if there's questions or things I want to add, I'll definitely throw my comments in there as it's going on. Yeah, these comments are interesting for sure. Keep it coming, guys. Hyper Gaming, thanks for the subscription. Kitten Mittens, love the name. Subbed, thank you very much. My weird videos. I have school tomorrow, but I can't miss this. I agree. I got work in the morning, and I'm gonna be staying up for this whole thing. So. Jacob Sanderson, are you going to get one? Probably not, because I can't afford it, like a lot of people. But I am looking at getting a Model 3 this summer, so that is on my list for sure. Hypergaming, what do you say price-wise? I mentioned this earlier, but Elon said in a tweet a little bit ago that it's going to be about 10% more expensive and 10% bigger than the Model 3. So that is what we've heard so far. Guessing probably the 40 to 45K range. Do you have a Tesla? And if you do, what model? I don't have a Tesla. I actually drive a combustion car. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for that, but I am buying a Tesla this summer, come hell or high water. So that'll be coming soon to the channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Really appreciate all the new subscriptions. It's going to be a pickup. I doubt it's a pickup from the mock-ups we've seen. May see a teaser of the pickup today, though. That'd be very cool to see. I think Rivian needs some more competition. In Musk we trust. Love the hashtag. Do I have Tesla stocks? I do not. 12 a.m. in Argentina. Thanks for tuning in, Martin. Zach Massey, yep, same boat there. George Cornstarch. Hi, I subscribed. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Do you think they'll ever make a motorcycle? I doubt it. I kind of doubt it for Tesla. I don't think that's really their niche. Rob S., you're going to love the Model 3. Yes, I've test driven one. I actually made a video about my experience doing that as well, and it was quite the experience. Definitely something to looking forward to. Tesla's bankrupt from Hunter. No, they're not. I'm going to try refreshing this bad boy again, but we'll see what happens. Yep, still nothing. Nothing going on here. Crazy Pug, there's your shout out. Yeah, I'm not sure why they haven't started the event yet. Even like the pre-show, they could just get that going at least. So we shall see. Falcon wings on the Model Y, probably not. Those are too difficult to manufacture, I have a feeling. Okay, Tesla just tweeted Model Y unveil will begin shortly. We'll start around 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, so that is in about 5 minutes. So there's our update. Yep, 8:15. Seen it in the comments. Thanks, guys. Is this an April Fool for Musk or something? Probably not. It's a little early for that. Delivery starts 2050. Accepting deposits now. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna do with the deposit thing here. I mean, with the Model 3, they just had so much demand for it, but they hadn't even started making the car, and Tesla was short on cash, so they did their reservation system, made a ton of money from that. But given their current states and the amount of production infrastructure they've got in place right now, I doubt that they're going to do pre-orders for this. Supercharged car reviews, shout out. Yeah, happy Pi Day as well, everybody. It's not going to be Pi Day too much longer here on the East Coast, but... Oh, got something going on here. All right. Stay tuned. All right. All right, we're just getting to stay tuned here. Okay. Still nothing. All right. Well. Yeah, so Tesla Stream is running off their YouTube. Yes, LL Shoot. So I'm going to see if I can throw that down in the description here so other people can see it. Oh, might have something starting here. All right, here we go. Little hype video start from Tesla here. That thing's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I want one so bad. Go, seeing their current lineup of cars. And solar and Powerwall, of course. Freaking awesome. The semis rolling in. It's amazing how far Tesla has come as a company doing all this crazy stuff. You kidding me? The Roadster. There's the man himself. They're really trying to make this a movie. Like, look at this production here.
Hey. Great outfit.
I want you guys to comment what you would yell at Elon if you were in the crowd right now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, everyone, welcome to the Tesla Design Studio, where we've held many product unveilings before. Hope you guys will have a really great time tonight. I think I've never seen so many cameras in my entire life. This is cameras everywhere. So we're going to start off by just talking a bit about how did we get here. You know, what are the things that have led to this day? What are the cars, like, how did Tesla start out? How did we, you know, where were we 10, 11 years ago? What has happened over that intervening time? You know, because it occurred to me that a lot of people, they only heard about Tesla maybe a year or two ago, and, you know, electric cars are kind of like taken for granted, but there was a time when electric cars seemed very stupid. And it wasn't that long ago. And the idea of creating a car company was stupid, of course, and then making an electric car company was like stupidity squared. And so let's take a look at the first car we ever made, the Tesla Roadster. Yeah. It's a bit small. It's great. It's great. So the crazy thing is, if you go back 11 years today, Tesla had made one car, that car. That's serial number one of Tesla. So that's my car, actually. So on February 2008, we'd literally only made one car, that car. And it didn't really work very well, I have to say. It broke down a lot. And it took us another 3 months just to make the second car. And now we've made about 550,000 cars. Yeah. And after the Roadster, essentially what happened with the Roadster is we said, okay, we want to make a car, we want to really break the mold about how do people think about electric cars. They think about electric cars as being slow and ugly and poor performance. So we want to have a sports car, a car that is fast, looks good, sexy. That's right. Ha ha. You took the words out of my mouth. Exactly. Sexier. That's right. So the Roadster, the reason we did a sports car is we wanted to create a car that would break the mold for electric vehicles, and that would be sexy and fast and long range, and that's why we did the Roadster. People say that, well, you won't be able to make a car with those specifications, and if you do, nobody will buy it. So we had to prove those two things wrong. And then after we made the Roadster, they said, okay, sure, you can make some toy sports car, but you can't make a sedan. There's no way you could compete with the luxury sedans that are gasoline, because they're the best. And there's no way you could make an electric car that's like that. So we did. Model S. Exactly. So noisy. Where are all the fumes? Where's the exhaust pipe? Where do you put the gasoline? Yeah. So we actually started designing that car in the rocket factory. So we didn't have a design studio. We took a little corner of the rocket factory, and Franz joined. And we just, with a tiny crew in a corner of the rocket factory, we designed that car. I think that car was really important because it was competing against the best of the gasoline cars. So if you can make an electric car that can beat the best of the gasoline cars, it's a very powerful statement to prove that you can go electric. So then, working from the Model S. Which, by the way, in terms of where the name comes from, actually, I like calling things what they are. So Roadster is called Roadster because it's a Roadster. There is no good word for sedan. So we couldn't call it the sedan. It wouldn't work. Or saloon. There's just literally no word. So the Model S stands for sedan. And this is how out of touch I was. I actually didn't realize at the time that Model S also means models. and then I had at one point a license plate that said Model S2 because it was the second production Model S. And it was and as I was walking away from my car, I said, wow, what a jerk. His license plate says Models 2? Yeah, okay. Better not have that license plate. So, but then going from the Model S, we said, okay, we want to make the best SUV in the world. We want to do something. We kind of got carried away actually with the Model X. We was let's have practically every technology and whiz-bang thing we could possibly think of. The Model X is as a car, it's like a Fabergé egg meets a spaceship. It's It was insanely difficult. But it is an amazing vehicle. Let's bring it out. Cool. Yeah. You can see a certain position forming, maybe. So the Model X, like I said, it really feels like a Fabergé egg spaceship. It's X for crossover SUV. But then after we had the Model S and Model X, I thought it'd be pretty funny if we had the Model E. But then like Ford threatened to sue us. Ford killed sex. Then I said, what if we call it the Model 3? Because that's completely different from me. They said, that's fine. So we have the Model 3. Let's bring out the Model 3.
There she is.
That's right, exactly. Exactly, smart summon with a person. So we made the original Roadster, the Model S, the Model X, the Model 3, and then we also then made the new generation Roadster, which we'll bring in, or maybe it's over there. Oh, it's coming in.
This is my dream car right here.
Exactly. Maybe it's, oh, it's there. Yep, there we go. Sweet.
That thing's so quick.
Hey, sure.
Yeah, my man!
So, yeah, here we have the original Roadster, the new Roadster. Yeah. And then, hey, how's it going? And then the Semi.
I actually just started taking pre-orders on these, I believe.
Actually, the Tesla Semi drove here nonstop all the way from the Bay Area.
Matte red's an interesting color. It's more of a satin, I guess.
So that Tesla Semi, a 500-mile range electric Semi. I learned to actually, only after naming the thing, that Semi has two meanings. It's semi-sexy. So, yeah, so we're really excited about bringing those products to market. So that's sort of talking about our products. But then the factories are as much the product, if not more, than the vehicles themselves. In fact, I really think like the difficulty and value of manufacturing is underappreciated. It's insanely difficult. It's like relatively easy to make a prototype and extremely difficult to mass manufacture that prototype or to mass manufacture a vehicle reliably and at scale. I mean, even for rockets, I'd say it's probably a factor of 10 harder to design the manufacturing system for a rocket than to design the rocket. And for cars, I'd say it's maybe 100 times harder to design the manufacturing system than to design the vehicle itself. That's what the free market. I don't mean to have it in black and white. It's like it's not so long ago. They didn't even have color cameras back then. It was 2010. But it was very bleak. It's like essentially when we acquired the Fremont factory, which used to be called NUMMI, people sort of thought, oh, you've got a car factory. Now, if you have a car, they sort of think if you have a car factory, you can just make any car. It's like, no, that's like saying you've got a box. And that box can have anything you want in it. No, only if you make the thing in the box. Although we did get get a very good deal on the NUMMI factory, Toyota and General Motors actually took all of the good equipment out, and anything that was like so useless it wasn't even worth the scrap was left. So it literally looked like that, but in color. And it took an enormous amount of effort by a very talented team to actually turn essentially what looked like a derelict warehouse into a working car factory. Yeah. So, and in fact, like today, the Fremont factory, which is an enormous building, I think it's like the second or third biggest building in the world by footprint, is so dense, so densely packed with people and robots. But this picture has like robots, but there's 20,000 people that work at the Fremont factory across 4 or 5 shifts. So it's really a massive amount of people and robots. So it's like this giant cybernetic collective. So that was way harder than making the car, by far. I mean, it's worth noting, like the last time, at least in the U.S., the last time any car company achieved mass manufacturing was about 100 years ago. That is the last time, and then Tesla. It's literally that crazy. So, the issue is definitely not coming up with a car design. It is absolutely all about building the production system. You want to have a good product to build, but that's basically the easy part. Then the factory is the hard part. Then the challenge is like, okay, if we create a car factory, where the heck are the batteries and electric motors and power electronics going to come from? And that's where we need to say, okay, we better build something that's capable of 50 gigawatt hours at least of cell output, which at the time when we proposed the Gigafactory, I believe like total global output of lithium-ion batteries for all purposes, phones, laptops, cars, anything, was about 30 gigawatt hours. So we're like, okay, well, just do the basic math. We need 50 gigawatt hours. So we better have a real big factory, or there's no way. So, we were going to build it in California, but like it would have taken 2 years just to get the permits. We built the Gigafactory in the amount of time it would have taken to get the permits in California. That's what the Gigafactory looked like in 2010. It was basically rocks and bushes, okay? And now this is what it looks like now. Yeah. So, and it's only about a third complete. So this one complete, I think it's about 4 or 5 times the size of the Pentagon. So it's kind of difficult to appreciate scale, but that thing, although it's really quite tall, it's like 70 feet tall. So the volume of it is just mind-blowing. It takes 2 hours just to walk around it. So, again, it's work of a tremendously talented team working like crazy, like tens of thousands of people to produce this factory. And today it produces more lithium-ion than the rest of the world combined. So. Now we're also building a factory in China, which I'm really excited about. As you can see, This very impressive. Very impressive. A large puddle. When I was there in January, that's what it looked like when we did the groundbreaking ceremony, and this is what it looks like now, 3 months later. But this is what it will look like at the end of the year. So things are moving fast, and this will actually be, once it's complete, the equivalent of our Fremont car factory plus our Nevada battery gigafactory combined. Yeah, so it's integrating the two, which kind of makes sense. So we're really excited about this. We're a great team in China, and this is going to be really important for making affordable versions of the Model 3 and Model Y for the greater China market. And then, besides cars, we have some other things. So the solar roof and Powerwall. This is definitely going to be the year of the solar roof and Powerwall. Because of extreme challenges with the Model 3 production, we have to basically allocate all resources to Model 3 production because otherwise we're going to die. And so basically, it was pretty tight, I have to say. That was a hard one. I would say like 2018 was probably felt like aging 5 years in one. Honestly, it was really intense. So, thank you for supporting Tesla through this difficult period. Thank you. Yeah. But now that Model 3 production is going pretty well, we're going to finally allocate engineering attention to the solar roof as well as the solar retrofit. I'm pretty excited about both the solar tile roof and the solar retrofit and Powerwall. Part of the reason we couldn't make Powerwall is we couldn't make enough cells. So we had to either allocate cells to the car or to the Powerwall. And it was like, well, we've got to make the cars. So then Powerwall got cell star, basically. But 2019, so we are now going to ramp it up. And then PowerPack. So PowerPack is kind of like our industrial strength battery storage system. We did the biggest battery storage system in the world in Australia. And yeah, that was really super cool. And then we're doing one that's roughly a gigawatt-hour scale in California. So just in Southern California, right nearby, we're building a gigawatt-hour scale power pack. And so we expect this to ultimately be really critical for transitioning the world to sustainable energy. Obviously, you have to have sustainable energy production and sustainable energy consumption. So the sustainable energy production needs the solar panels plus the battery, because the sun doesn't shine at night, and then those electric cars, electric vehicles in general. Yeah. So, but I mean, the really exciting thing is if you have with solar plus battery plus electric vehicles, we have a fully sustainable future. This is a future you can feel really excited and optimistic about. I think it really matters. Yeah. And then supercharging. So, the first in 2010 we had 0 superchargers. So there was no, you couldn't really drive long distances with an electric car in 2010. So it was like, well, okay, we better have some high power chargers. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely inconvenient to drive long distances. Built into the Model S. Was a high voltage DC bypass directly to the pack, so you can just sort of mainline power right into the pack, and then then nobody was building high power chargers. So like, okay, we better build these high power chargers because nobody's building them, and so we went from 0 superchargers to building a global network of superchargers. Yeah. Yeah. So. It's pretty nutty. Each one of those is a supercharging site. So supercharging team Tesla did an incredible job building a global network of superchargers that allow you to travel to a massive section of the world, basically anywhere in North America, almost anywhere in Europe, most places in China, not the Gobi Desert yet, but most places. We'll cover the Gobi Desert. We'll get there. And Saskatchewan, I swear to God, there is. I've specifically asked about the Saskatchewan supercharger, and I'm told it is under construction. So, absolutely, I've asked about it like twice. I'm told it's going to be completed soon, and then you will actually be able to drive across Canada. So yes. Hawaii. Kazakhstan. Actually, we have some great supporters in Kazakhstan. I think we probably we should have. We will build superchargers in Kazakhstan. There you heard it right here. Anyway, we're going to build a lot more superchargers, and we actually have version 3 of the supercharger that we just unveiled. And in fact, yeah. So the superchargers actually started out only at about 75 kilowatts, and now they're at, with version 3, 250 kilowatts, and we think probably can even go a little higher than that. And so if you've got a long-range Model 3, it's capable of charging at about 1,000 miles an hour or 1,600 kilometers an hour. Yeah. So and we have one working in the Bay Area, and then the one here at the design studio is also working as of tonight. So yeah. So we're going to be rolling out the version 3 supercharger throughout the world, just gradually upgrading the existing sites as well as adding new sites. So we did slow down the supercharger rollout a little bit because we wanted them to be version 3 instead of version 2. But now that we have version 3 running, and we're going to spool up production, and so you're going to have like a radical improvement in supercharging worldwide by sometime next year. Yeah. So in terms of where we are today, we got obviously the S3 and the X. We've made, I think, 550,000 vehicles, something like that. 12 months from now, we will have made about 1 million vehicles. So it's pretty wild to think that 11 years ago today, we had made literally one car, and a year from now, we will have made 1 million. Yeah. I mean, this is a testament to the incredible talent and effort of the people at Tesla. I was to say thank you to people at Tesla. You guys are incredible. So, yeah, and 4 million tons of CO2 saved. In fact, with the 4 millionth ton, it just ticked over like an hour ago. So the 4 millionth ton just ticked over tonight. Yeah. So, just talking a bit about like, what were the thoughts back then? What were some of the comments? Let's see. The internet is forever. But this is a mere taste. It was like I said, electric cars were considered extremely impossible and stupid, and in various forms. You're a fraud. Blah. Like, okay, you can drive that fraud. Okay, and then now things have changed. Yeah. The goal of Tesla was literally this, is like, to what degree, in fact, when we created it, we're like, okay, the fundamental historic good of Tesla should be measured by the degree to which we accelerate the advent of sustainable energy and transport. And our goal all along has been to try to get the rest of the car industry to go electric. We did a joint venture thing with Toyota and with Mercedes. We open sourced our patents 3 or 4 years ago, made them freely available. So it's extremely rewarding to see that the rest of the industry is going electric. This is great, great. So, and I was just wondering, like, where will Tesla be in 10 years? You know? Mars. Exactly. We will be driving a Tesla on Mars. I think we could. I think we actually could. Okay. Tesla will be on Mars in 10 years. I think it will. I think it will. So after that extended history lesson, what about the actual reason you came? Okay. There's a missing car. It starts with a Y, ends with a Y, and that's Y in the middle. They bring out the Model Y. Oh wait, yeah. Extended history lesson. All right. The Model Y. Yeah. So, like the 3, it will be extremely safe. So that you may know the Model 3 has the lowest probability of injury of any car ever tested by the U.S. government. The Model Y, we expect, will have a similar result. 5 stars in every category. With the battery pack low in the floor, it's going to have a very low center of gravity. So this will, it has the functionality of an SUV, but it will ride like a sports car. So this thing will be really tight in corners. And we expect it will be the safest mid-sized SUV in the world by far. And at Tesla, we actually always design with safety as the #1 goal. It's like people think, okay, performance, sure, but safety first. This is actually by far the most important thing. But it's also going to have incredible performance. So we expect to have 3.5 seconds 0 to 60. Yeah, it's good. And very low center of gravity, so great handling. It's testing out at a 0.23 drag coefficient, which is extremely good for an SUV. And in terms of range, 300 miles. Yeah. So we expect to have an EPA range of, an actual true usable range of 300 miles. So, yeah. Yeah. From an interior standpoint, it has a panoramic glass roof. And by the way, after I'm done here, you guys will be able to come up and check out the car. So it's so it's going to have a panoramic glass roof. It really feels like, just like the Model 3, if you're in the car, it just feels like you can see the sky. Seat 7, 66 cubic feet. Obviously Autopilot and all that. As I've said publicly, we expect to be feature complete with self-driving sometime later this year. And then as we prove out the safety with billions of miles and kilometers, we will from our standpoint, feel it's like safe enough to not pay attention and then get the regulatory approval sometime thereafter. But the cool thing is feature complete. Like it'll be able to do basically anything by the end of this year, just with software upgrades, which is pretty cool. So let's see, Model Y lineup. Okay, there you go. So yeah, the basically long range one we expect to be about $47,000, and then sometime in 2021 we'll have the sort of standard version, which will have a $39,000 price point. So yeah. No, the 7 seats are optional. Yeah. Do you mean the lift gate? Yes. Okay. I mean, you never know. We might do better than this, but so it should be at least as good. So I think it's going to be really compelling. I'm confident that it'll be of any mid-size SUV, it'll be the one you want. Yeah, I think it'll probably sell. I think we'll probably do more Model Ys than X and 3 combined, most likely. Yeah. So there you have the sexy presentation. So, all right. Thank you all for coming. Those of you who are here and those of you who are watching, thank you very much for your support over the years. It's been a hell of a ride. I love you too. I love you too. We are bringing sexy back quite literally. All right, thank you.
All right, so looks like everybody's gonna start going up on stage now and checking out this car. What'd you guys think? Was it everything you expected and more? All right, let's mess around on the order page. That could be fun. Oh no. Oh. Haven't updated their website yet. Can't mess around on the order page. That's disappointing. Damn. All right, well. $39,000 starting price there. Looks like $47K if you want to get the shipment by spring 2020, I believe is what it said. So that's interesting. I mean, let's see if we can get back to that order page, see if it's live now. I clicked on that real quick. All right, here we go. Okay. See if we can check out the order page here. It looks so similar to the Model 3. I was expecting them to do something a little cooler, but it just looks like a smaller Model X and a bigger Model 3, basically a hybrid of those two. So, yeah, I think this will do really well in the United States, though, just because SUVs sell more than anything here. So, I mean, I think they'll sell pretty well. All right, well, it's not letting me go to the order page. But it looks like I said, I don't think they're doing reservations or anything like that. They're going straight to ordering. So, yeah, it's not letting me design it here. Let's try this. Nope. Not working. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Roger Chan wasn't impressed with the Model Y. I was expecting the wing doors. Yeah, that would have been cool. I think just the manufacturing cost of those would have been too much to get all that in a $30,000 car. Olivia Carner. Yes, the Roadster is a lot nicer. That's my dream car. That's on the list. Yeah, I saw a lot of comments during the live stream that Elon's speaking isn't very good. That's definitely true. He's not very smooth speaker by any point, by any means. But yeah, he tries his best for sure. I think in the future we might see somebody else with some better speaking skills do these announcements. But I think Elon, being Elon, he loves to do everything himself. So yeah, thanks everybody that tuned in. I love the discussion. This has been awesome. I'm going to keep it up here for another 20, 30 minutes or so, but really appreciate everybody that tuned in. Continue to comment and let me know what you think. I mean, yeah, this was about what I expected though. I mean, price is pretty good. I think that'll definitely attract a lot of buyers here in the US. We'll see what the numbers are like. I'm sure Tesla in their second quarter earnings call, they're definitely going to talk about how many pre-orders or how many orders they've had for the Model Y. So yeah, it'll definitely sell. Yeah, Elon's Tigant, something like that. Elon's shoe game on another level though. Yeah, for sure. He was wearing like some black they looked like Air Force Ones or Jordan Ones, like black Jordan Ones with red checks on them. So those are pretty sweet. PJ Ski, thanks for the stream. No problem. And thank you so much for everybody that's been subscribing. Would I buy one? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think I would buy one, honestly. I mean, for what I do, I'm a single guy. I don't need to carry kids around or carry a lot of cargo around. I just basically go to work and do my thing. So I don't think this car would be for me for sure. But Model 3 is more my style right now. Model Y will sell like hotcakes. Going to trade in my RDX. All right, nice. Definitely go for it. Yeah, V3. All right, website Y is up. I've heard from somebody in the comments here. So we'll see if it's up and we can poke around here and. This is the only way I've been able to get to it is clicking through this order page here. So. We'll see if it's up and we can poke around, kind of check out the options, what they're showing here. Yeah, I thought the presentation was a little underwhelming. I was expecting a lot more with all this hype they've had around it. So I was expecting a lot more for sure. Trying to refresh the page. My internet's going slow now. It's been completely overworked this entire night. So Peter Moreno, the Bolt get discontinued. No, it was the Volt with a V. Volt was discontinued. All right, here we go. Okay, let's check out the car. So you got to notice when you're looking at a Tesla, they always get you with the after savings price. So make sure you're looking at this before savings price down here when we're looking at this. So right now, they're only offering the long range, and that starts at $47,000. I think that's the one that most people go for. If you're going to get an SUV, you're going to want a lot of range, but so you're definitely going to try to get 300 miles there. The long range dual motor, yeah, so base model is only rear wheel. If we look at the long range dual motor, You get 280 miles, but you get dual motors, so that's nice. And that's $51,000 after savings, so a $4,000 upgrade. If you get performance, you get up to 280 miles as well, and that's a $9,000 increase, so $60,000 before savings. So all the way from 47 to 60. And they also announced in the presentation their lowest model that's going to be available are going to be shipping in 2021 is going to be available for $39,000. So I think similar to the Model 3, I mean, like we've been saying, they're going to ship these higher price cars first, and they're not going to really worry about shipping those cheap cars because those aren't going to make them as much money. So, and if people really want this car, they're going to be willing to spend this much. So, so there's our pricing options there. Let's check out the exterior colors. Yep, same as the Model Y, or Model 3, I'm sorry. I believe the Model 3 has the same color options here. So you've got red, white, blue, black, and gray. Looks like, so in the Model 3, most of the trim and stuff is all chrome, and on the Model Y it looks like it's blacked out, which is pretty cool. I think that looks a lot cleaner. I wish they would have done something like that on the Model 3. I mean, that just looks awesome. I've seen some people that have done like a chrome delete on their Model 3s, and it just looks sick. Like, look at that. You're going to look cool as hell driving that around. You kidding me? And then wheels, you got that option as well. The thing I've been looking at with these Aero wheels, like, get the Aero wheels if you're going to get a Tesla. Don't go with these kind of the sport wheels. Go with the Aero wheels, and then they're only a little bit bigger if you get the sport wheels. Get the Aero wheels. You can get a kit that allows you to pop those Aero wheels off and screw on nuts on the outside there to keep the wheel in place. So, I mean, don't pay $1,500 just to get that upgrade, in my opinion. But, I mean, it's up to whoever's buying it for sure. Okay, interior. So we've got black and white. So we don't have any kind of standard interior options here like the Model 3. All right, let's check out these. So we got 12-way adjustable front and rear heated seats. Okay, just like Model 3. 3 independently folding second row seats. Okay, I think that's different than the Model 3. Premium audio, satellite view maps, in-car internet streaming, internet browser, location-aware garage door opener, LED fog lamps, tinted glass roof with ultraviolet infrared protection, auto dimming, power folding heated side mirrors, music and media over Bluetooth, custom driver profiles. That's pretty standard there. Okay, so 7-seat interior. That doesn't look like they show a mock-up of that, but that isn't available until 2021 for a $3,000 upgrade. So with that, I think, so it looks like in 2020 they're only going to be shipping the 5-seat interior and the $47,000 base price. So that's looking like the model they're trying to target with people, or they feel that is going to sell the most. I feel like in an SUV you're going to want 7 seats though. Like, it's kind of a strange interior from what I saw too. Like it's like 2, 3, and then 2. Most SUVs I've been in, I feel like it's 3 back row seats, but that might have been all they have room for. But that's interesting, going with the 7-seat interior later. It might be something they haven't added to their production line yet. So, yeah, somebody said the Model X third row is small, so it'll be tight. Yeah, I haven't sat in the back seat of a Model X, but I definitely need to check that out. Autopilot, we got the same options here as a Model 3, $3,000 for regular autopilot, and another $5,000 if you want full self-driving. What was strange is that they split these up. I feel like I don't know why they took like Summon and Navigate on Autopilot, all these other things off of regular Autopilot. Like they're kind of throwing this under this full self-driving capability, and I think that's kind of misleading a lot of people because it can't do full self-driving right now. It's still only level 2 self-driving. So that's a little strange in my opinion. Especially for that upgrade cost too. Like that's just going to kill people. Like I'm looking at buying a Model 3 and that's like going to be the most expensive part of the car is getting this Autopilot upgrade. So it's interesting that they did that. eBorder 75. I don't have a Tesla right now. I don't drive an EV at all. So I'm looking at buying one this summer. So that is what I've been looking at. Okay, so let's build one here. I am loving that blacked out chrome. Let's take a look at the Model 3 just for kicks. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, let's check this out. I'm about to like tweet at Elon to say, hey, can we do this blacked out chrome option on the Model 3? That looks just awesome. Yeah, like that would look so cool on a Model 3. I don't know why they can't do that. Or make that standard. Like everything else is chrome. Like on the Model S and X, they're both chrome, all the trim, so. Yeah, so there's the black on the Model 3. There's the black on the Model Y. That's, I mean, look how cool the blacked out trim looks. I mean, wow. Let's see if they got anything else up around here that we can poke around on. Yeah, so down here it says production expected to begin late next year. Interior looks, I mean, identical to the Model 3. I was really hoping they would put a dashboard display in here. Being an SUV, I feel like that would be useful for a lot of people, but looks like they're going with basically the same interior design as a Model 3. So. Yeah, that page is like hidden. I'm going to have to link that into the description here for you guys. Black door handles mean no fingerprints. You're correct. Yeah, that would definitely help with fingerprints for sure. So if you want to check out designing the car, you can go to www.tesla.com/Model Y/design. And I've just updated that in the description, so that should take effect very quickly. Okay, I'm trying to edit the description here so you guys can click on that link and actually go design it, mess around on your own. All right, yeah, the link is live now. So, so you guys can go check out the design studio there. I'm going to keep poking around and see what else we can see here. Yeah, no headroom in the rear seats. I don't think, I mean, it's literally on the same platform as the Model 3, so I don't think this'll fit a lot of people back there, especially taller people. If you've got a lot of kids, this will be perfect, but I mean, if you got anybody of significant size sitting back there, it's not going to be very comfortable at all. I wish they could you could do a 360 in here like they showed on the announcement. So that'd be cool. So let's completely max this thing out. Let's see. So we get performance, exterior. We'll go red paint. I think that looks sweet with the black trim on there. Interior, 7-seat, white upgrade. These are actually really good white seats. Like, they don't stain at all. If you've seen any demos on those, you can literally spill drinks on it and it doesn't stain. It's incredible. Autopilot, you got to get Autopilot if you're getting a Tesla. Come on. Purchase price maxed out is $74,500. That's incredible. It looks like they're doing I want to say like a $2,500 deposit here. That's interesting. Okay. So if you go through the Model 3 design, we're just going to skip the payment. See the details here. For this purchase price, it has the federal tax credit of $37,500 or $3,750 tax credit. On the Model Y, it is not showing that at all. So if any of you know about how the tax credit works, it's going to be cut off. It's going to be cut in half starting in July, I believe. July 1st, I think it cuts in half. So it looks like by the time they start shipping these Model Ys, I mean, they're not going to have that federal tax credit. So that's something to take into account as well if you're thinking about pre-ordering this. So it'll be interesting. Link doesn't work. Okay, let me try. Let me try updating that link again. Somebody said they're having some trouble. That's the link I'm on, so that's interesting. Let me update that real quick, guys. The link should be up and working now, so. Yeah, the more I'm looking at this, I mean, it's not, I guess I really wouldn't classify it as an SUV. It seems like more of a crossover to me, like not fully fledged SUV. I think if you're looking for an SUV, I think the Model X is definitely a better bet. What kind of range is the Model X getting now? I'm curious. I know a lot of stuff off the top of my head, but not everything. Model X gets 295 miles. Yeah, their site is like overloading right now. It's going so slow. Do you think it has the same engine as the Model 3? Yes, I'd assume so. Same engine, maybe slightly bigger battery. And it's not really an engine here, it's a motor. Model X, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, so Model X is getting 295 mile range. So the fact that they were able to beat that is pretty good, given the size of the battery in the Model X. So the Model X and the Model S actually use different batteries, cells than the Model 3 and Model Y are using, like an actual individual battery cell that they use to make their power packs. And they're actually able to handle, I'm not sure about the specifics here, but they're able to handle like more power when they're being charged. That's part of the reason this V3 supercharging has only been on the Model 3, because their batteries can actually handle it. So it's interesting. Will Tesla do 500,000 pre-orders like it did with the Model 3? No, I doubt it. The reason the Model 3 was so successful is we had never seen a electric car with over 200 mile range, under $35,000 from a brand name, I guess, if you want to call it that, EV manufacturer like Tesla. It's not going to do 500,000 pre-orders, especially with all of the EVs coming to market. If you don't get Autopilot or any of that other stuff, that's as good as you're going to get. Especially with that tax credit coming up, I suggest if you're going to order one, order it soon, because it's going to need to be, that tax credit is only effective if it's actually delivered before that tax credit cuts off. So, but yeah, you can't haul much in the 3. Can't put gas tanks, propane tanks, carboys, etc. in the 3. No, you can't. If you're going to be hauling those things around, just get a truck. Don't haul them in your minivan. A big minivan type SUV car, then definitely get a Model X. Yeah, this is basically, a lot of people are saying it, this is just looking like a taller Model 3. Which is, it's true. It's just a taller Model 3. I think that's how they shoved that third row of seating in there. If you've seen the trunk of the Model 3, it's massive. Like, there's so much room back there. So if you just make that a little bit taller, it's a third row of seating. I don't know if we can see the interior here. Yeah, I got the same thing on there. But yeah. I'm really liking the look of it, though. I think it looks cool. Is the trunk a liftback? I have no idea about that. No idea. I think on the Model 3, it's not. You can get a mod that actually lets you make it a liftback, so it's just a spring-loaded mechanism back there. But I don't think it's like that. When will Tesla make a pickup truck? It's a great question. I think when they first announced the Model Y, or like speculation started about the Model Y, we thought the Model Y was going to be their pickup, but that didn't happen, obviously. And we've got other manufacturers like Rivian coming out that are going to, in my opinion, knock it out of the park with their car. I mean, they've got a multi-million-dollar backing from Amazon that'll be able to ship their cars. You'll literally be able to go on Amazon and buy a car. Are you kidding me? Like, 2019 is insane. Does it have dog mode? Yes, it'll have dog mode. That's just a software thing. They'll be all right with that. But yeah, basically looks like a hatchback. I'm really digging the red color, though. What color would you guys get if you pre-ordered one right now? I think blue or red look awesome. Like, I think people thought the same thing about the Model X when it came out. They're like, why is Tesla just making a bigger Model S? And I mean, people loved it. Obviously, it had a little bit different design with those falcon wing doors, but I think they're trying to repeat history here with their Model Y. And I mean, I'm pretty sure, somebody have to check me on this, but I'm pretty sure the S is sold better than the X. Midnight silver with 18's wheels. That's a good looking car. Yeah, honestly, I mean, any of these colors look good. It's hard to make this car look bad, honestly. Yeah, a Stormtrooper looking color with this range and this kind of prestige at that price. Yeah, the more and more I've been looking at the X, it is like a beautiful car. Like, it's pretty. Yeah, I think red's my favorite color on this Model Y. It's awesome. Ditch the iPad thingy and self-driving nonsense, and it should be half that. So, I was reading something about the Autopilot. So, basically, Tesla loses money if you don't get Autopilot with the car. With the amount of research and work that's gone into developing Autopilot, it's better to get it, or they're basically expecting people to get it, and if they don't get it, they're going to get it later, and they're still going to make money off of it. So, like, if you don't get that Autopilot upgrade, it's still got the cameras, it's still got all of the computer hardware, and all of the software is there. It just needs to be unlocked to actually use all of that stuff. So, basically, putting that technology into every single car is expensive, so that's basically what you're paying for if you get Autopilot and things like that. Ordered a performance all options except third row. That's smart. Yeah. You can't get the third row until later. So, and I'm guessing it might be like I don't know if it'll be like a retrofit situation. If you could just pay like another $3,000 after you get it and after they start installing the third row, you can add it in there. Yeah, if that $7,500 tax credit was still there, I'd definitely get one. I was thinking about getting one right out of school, but they were still not affordable. And if you don't understand how the tax credit works, basically you don't get that money off the purchase price of the car. You can only write that amount off of your taxes. So if you owe over that $3,750 on your taxes, then you can basically say, I don't owe that much or that amount. So you don't just get that in cash. That's not really how the tax incentive works. But no, you're not going to get a tax incentive for this Model Y, it's going to. Yeah, the cost of installing electronics is definitely expensive, and the cost of compared to the cost of the electronics, yeah. The so I think you're not just paying for the hardware when you buy a product. You're also paying for all the research, the development, all of the man hours that went into actually developing that product. So that's what you're paying for when you're paying for that kind of technology. Most individual states are extending their tax credits, but not the federal tax credit. Yeah, the federal tax credit, it's looking like it's going to go away unless some miracle bill gets passed in the next couple months, but I doubt it. Yeah, only a few states have tax credits is the problem. So that's good that they're extending them, but here in Ohio we don't have that. So that tax credit is going away. Yeah, if anybody's like wondering why these cars are so expensive, it's because of the technology and the work that's gone into producing them. Like, they're years ahead of anything else on the road. I mean, getting any other car and say that you're impressed with the technology. They might have some cool gimmicks, but I think Tesla just blows it out of the water. But yeah, if you're not feeling Tesla, then don't buy a Tesla. It's your choice. It's your life. You do whatever you want. Let's see if they got any other specs on here. That's really what we want to know. I wish they would have like this website ready. Like, they don't look very prepared at all. Like, they just have the order page. They don't have any kind of, like, if you scroll through if we go back to the main screen, scroll through the X, you can like scroll down, you can see all about it and stuff. I don't think the Model Y has that up right now. If you click on Model Y, it just goes to this, and you can't see anything else. The 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. When is that useful? That's a good question. One thing I'll say, maybe not 0 to 60, but you can scroll down and look at the Model Y details. I'll give it a shot, but I don't think you can. No. Yeah, I can't see any Model Y details there. Yeah, I don't see any information on that. Can you guys see the Model Y details? I'll try closing the browser and relaunching it, see if that helps. Yeah, I can't get it to work. Yeah, I'm trying. That's right. It's getting really late here, so thanks again for everybody that tuned in. This meant a lot for me. Big appreciate everybody that tuned in. I'll definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Putting out EV videos every single week, so looking forward to all the new viewers there. You guys are definitely welcome, and I welcome all your discussion, all of your opinions, good and bad. So appreciate it. Hope everybody has a good night, and I'll see you in my next video if you're subscribed. Have a good night, everybody.